Even when ill health was clearly taking its toll, Steve Jobs kept going.
We've been working on this product for a while, and I just didn't want to miss today, so...
Continuing with product launches for 7 years after he revealed he had pancreatic cancer. 7 years in which Apple went from strength to strength, winning the hearts and minds of consumers all over the world. But now its co-founder and creative leader has chosen to exit the stage. In a letter to staff, he said, "I've always said if there ever came a day when I could no longer meet my duties and expectations as Apple's CEO, I would be the first to let you know. Unfortunately, that day has come."
Apple is almost like one of his children. It's older than any of his children. But equally, I think that he does get value out of his time with his family.
Steve Jobs founded Apple in 1976 with college friend Steve Wozniak. In 1984, they launched the Macintosh, the world's first commercially successful computer. Then a fallout with the board saw Jobs quit Apple. The old Mac lost the battle with the PC for global dominance, and for a while it looked like Apple was going out of business. Then in the mid-90s, Jobs returned with a range of colourful new computers, later the iPod, the iPhone, and then this, the iPad, which has sealed Apple's fate as the world's most valuable company. It's not easy to create products with enormous consumer appeal that also win a place in design history. Apple staff, investors, rivals and customers are now left to wonder if Steve Jobs can ever really be replaced. But this is the man who'll try, Tim Cook, anointed by Jobs to take over. He's been with Apple for 13 years and has been responsible for worldwide sales and operations. One thing absent from his CV, though, credentials in design.
He's been the heir apparent for some time, and perhaps what we will see is that Steve Jobs' greatest creation will not be the iPad and will not be the iPad. It'll actually be his successor. His greatest creation will actually be Tim Cook.
As chairman, Jobs will continue to give Apple a creative steer to help ward off competition from an army of ambitious rivals. But none of us is immortal, and Apple has to learn to live without its leader, even if his legacy will live longer.